In today's top 10 YouTube video, we're going to be looking at 10 amazing YouTube videos. In number 10, it's a man riding a mega tsunami. Mike Parsons is one of the most amazing athletes on the planet. He's a big wave surfer and one of the best at his profession. He was made famous by the clip you can see here, video link is on the screen, which shows him riding a 65-foot wave off the beaches of Jaws, Hawaii. The footage was filmed from a helicopter and is 100% real. At the time, it was the biggest wave ever surfed, but Parsons broke his own record in 2008 at the Cortez Bank. He has numerous extreme surfing videos, including Billabong Odyssey, which I recommend. Again, we'll just pop a link on the screen right now. In at number 9, Mythbusters play with helium and sulfur hexafluoride. This is an amazing and simple scientific experiment featured on the show Mythbusters. Everyone knows what happens when someone inhales helium. Their voice gets high and squeaky for a couple of seconds. Adam Savage decides to see what happens when he inhales sulfur hexafluoride, which is much denser than air and has the exact opposite effect as helium. Basically, it will make your voice sound deeper and like you are from the dark side. This video demonstration is hilarious because Adam inhales both helium and sulfur hexafluoride. In at number 8, the rather more depressing Ethiopian Airlines Flight 961 crashing. Ethiopian Flight 961 was hijacked on November the 23rd in 1996 by 3 Ethiopians who were seeking political asylum. Flashing a fake bomb, the attackers demanded that the flight be rerouted to Australia. The pilot explained there was not enough fuel on board to make that trip, but the hijackers ignored him. Secretly, the pilot headed towards the Comoro Islands, which are halfway between Madagascar and the African mainland. The plane was nearly out of fuel as it approached the island group. The pilot was forced to ditch in the shallow waters of the Indian Ocean off the coast of Grand Comoro Island. As the plane landed, a coral reef hit the engine, causing the plane to spin left and break apart. Tragically, 125 of the 175 passengers and crew aboard were killed in the accident. A tourist recorded the video, later proclaiming that she thought the 767 airline was part of a surprise airshow. It might be the most clear and devastating plane crash video ever taken. Number 7. Route 168 landslide in Japan. A landslide is a geological phenomenon that often plagues the country of Japan. Around 75% of land in Japan is forested, mountainous, and unsuitable for agriculture or residential use. Because of these steep elevations, levels of rainfall, earthquakes, and soft ground, Japan is extremely landslide prone. In Japan, many busy roads are built across mountain slopes. Route 168 is a national highway connecting Shingu, Wakayama, and Hirakata, Osaka. Landslides like this often cause much heartache to the area. Highways routinely become blocked, and many people don't have an alternative way home. This has caused city officials to adopt many landslide prevention methods and safety programs. In this video, you can see the slide abolish everything, including the protective fence surrounding the highway. Number 6. The ghost car. One night in the Garden City, police were in pursuit of a car. The vehicle was driving sporadically and would not pull over to the side of the road. It seemed to be speeding up and slowing down at abnormally rapid levels. It was all captured by the police officer's dash camera. As the pursuit ensues, a car enters a fenced-in parking lot and the chase seems to be coming to an end. Suddenly, the car turns directly towards the fence and seems to mysteriously drive right through it. All that you can see is a faint view of the car's tail lights as it barrels into the fence. There are no signs of a crash on the fence or behind it. The cop cruiser comes to a stop, and the car and its occupants are never located. Supernatural or not? You decide. In at number 5, Christian the Lion. In 1969, John Renzel and Anthony Bork purchased a baby lion from the Harrods department store of London. They raised Christian for a year and then ultimately had him released back into the wild. After hearing that he had been successfully reintroduced to his natural habitat, they took an expedition to Kenya to visit the lion. It was 1 year later, and the men were accompanied by a documentary film crew. Many conservationists warned Rendell and Burke that Christian would not remember them. The reunion that ensues is touching to the heart. Christian cautiously approaches, but then runs and jumps into the men's arms. The documentary also shows 2 female lions and 1 foster cub that are friendly with the crew. There are a lot of tragedies in today's video, so I figured a light-hearted story of friendship would fit in nicely. And now back to the tragedies, with number 4, the Challenger explosion. It was the United States' 25th official space shuttle launch and Challenger's 10th trip into space. It was a special mission that included American teacher Krista McAuliffe, who won a contest to participate in the NASA Teacher in Space project. The Challenger mission was delayed many times and was finally set to launch on January the 28th, 1986. Sadly, 73 seconds into the launch, the Challenger broke apart and exploded, leading to the death of all 7 crew members. It was later determined that the accident occurred when a faulty O-ring seal on its right rocket booster failed. The failure allowed a plume of flame to explode out of the rocket booster and damaged the external fuel tank and attachment struts. By that time, it was too late to save the shuttle. It was one of the most costly and tragic accidents in United States history and was caught live on television. Number 3. Paul Potts sings Nessun Dorma. Paul is a British tenor who won the first series of Britain's Got Talent. Before the competition, he was a mobile phone salesman. This video shows his rendition of Nessun Dorma, which immediately made him frontrunner on the show. You can see Simon Cowell laughing at him before he begins and then enter into a state of shock as Potts performs. This is one of the most popular videos in YouTube history. Paul was featured on the Oprah Winfrey Show, whose topic was YouTube videos. After winning the competition, Potts went on a massive world tour consisting of 97 concerts in 85 cities spanning 23 countries. Paul Potts' first album, One Chance, was a multi-platinum masterpiece. It reached the #1 spot in 13 different countries around the world, proof positive that everyone can enjoy some good opera music. A similar scenario took place later with Susan Boyle. And let's go right back to tragedies with number 2, the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami hitting. On December 26, 2004, a 9.3 earthquake struck off the west coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. What followed was a devastating tsunami that traveled all along most coasts of the Indian Ocean. It was one of the most deadly natural disasters in recorded history, and more than 225,000 people were killed in 11 different countries. The hardest hit areas were Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, and Thailand. There were many sad and terrifying videos taken of the tsunami as it struck the mainland. Beach resorts and tourist attractions were hit first in many instances. The clip you can see by clicking on the screen now shows the tsunami as it reached land. It truly gives you a sense of the deadly power of this disaster. Watch as the ocean completely engulfs a large pool at a beachfront hotel. Number 1. The Battle at Kruger. You know that a YouTube video has become famous when it has its own Wikipedia page. That is the case for the Battle at Kruger. The video was shot in September of 2004 at a watering hole in Kruger National Park, located in South Africa. It shows an epic, real-life battle between a pride of lions, a herd of Cape buffalo, and 1 or 2 crocodiles. It all begins when the lions attack one of the baby buffalo and tackle it into the river. While the lions are trying to finish off their meal, a crocodile grabs onto the buffalo and tries to take it. The lions prevail and pull the buffalo from the water, only to then be attacked by the herd. It really is a truly amazing clip that shows an animal's true struggle for survival. I hope you liked those 10 videos, and if you've seen any that are even more amazing, link to them in the comments below and we'll see if we can whip up another top 10 video just like this. Thanks for watching.